Hey friends, welcome back to the video. See, we're at $230 now. So we got 60 cents with the $C. That was just from the sheer grinding. We didn't really play that much, but it was good enough to accumulate some money. Anyway, the main goal will be to try and get at least 5,000 points today. And we'll try and carry on and get the 6,000 points within the 2 days that's required. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you got the rewards program and you got 3,588. So that's pretty much 3,600. We need 6,000. We only got to the 12th. It's currently the 11th. All right, let's fix the tables up so we can see them properly. All right, we'll open with ace 4. Also, we were tackling a few poker leagues yesterday, so hopefully we don't do that trick anymore where we just play too many hands or 3-bet too wide for the small blind. So typically what you want to do in the small blind when you want to attack a late position, you want to at least have a hijack range kind of thing. So you want to have like ace suited connectors, not ace 8, not ace 7 pretty much, but everything else seems to be fine, just not ace offsuit hands. Like ace jack is fine, but anything lower than that, it's a little bit wide. All right, got a bet here with the queen jack. Do have to defend against the flush draw. All right, got a check behind here. Go for. He's betting half pot. We could still get a jack on the river or an ace. All right, moving tables. It's betting very small. I'm going to flick go though. Was a small bet though. Showing an 8, but he's probably got king 8 maybe. I have to fold there. I think we made a couple calls and he did 3-bet. So he's probably got like king 8's pretty wide though. So actually, because he bet so wide, let's get into that hand and label him as green, which means it's going to be a little bit wider. All right, that's fine. So then if he's going to play a little bit wider, we can defend wider as well. Not saying that we should call there. Some of the time might be good, but I think a lot of the time he's just going to have that king there betting 3 streets of value, especially after 3-betting. But it was very wide, so it is a bit fishy as well. Eventually it will catch up to him. All right, we're going to bet this one. We've got a position, got set. Hopefully he's got an ace. We know that they never fold aces typically at this level. So we need to bet there because sometimes they will call and they will actually have the ace. Not every time though. But if you play too passive, you'll never build up a pot when they do have it and you're just going to lose money there. So yeah, so the 2 main goals is to try and accumulate as many points today as possible. Just to try and make tomorrow a little bit lighter on the points. And also we want to try and get towards at least 240. So we've got 230 now. So we want to get closer to 250. 250 would be an amazing feat, especially getting plus helping the fish as well. So locking the fish with the 6,000 points and hitting 250 would be a bonus. Plus we've accumulated a couple of points as well. We've accumulated those chips for the daily flip out because we had a few callers as well. And that's naturally going to happen. All right, got to bet this one. There's a flush, but it could be just a split. Sometimes people will call because they've got a 9. Or maybe even a jack, but if they think you're bluffing, they might. I was in 2 minds today as well. So I was thinking about doing the 6 tables again. But we'll stick to 4. Only the fact is it's the weekend. That's the reason why I felt like doing more. There's 392,000 players now. So usually lately, the last couple of sessions, it's been 170. So it gives you an idea how many more people are at the table, which means there's going to be a ton more people. Going to fold actually 5s. I was thinking about calling, but 10 is a little bit bigger. And if we don't hit the 5, we're definitely going to be losing there. Well, not definitely, but there's a high probability he's got pockets and higher than 5s. Also, you're exactly right too, Ian. Could have taken a break yesterday as well. That's what I've done as well in the past. If you remember, I would have a session about an hour and a half, and then I'd sit out, and then I'd start another session or record a second video. If you think that works better from a viewer standpoint, that's good. I think taking your breaks probably important as well. But it's not going to be based on time. It should be based on just if we're winning. If we keep winning, then we should not take a break. But we feel like the things are slowing down after, a good time of winning, then it's definitely not a bad time to take the foot off and, just reset and rewind. Even reset the table is on a bad, if we're having a bad period as well, we could also just get up and, do a couple of things and stretch our legs. And then we can go back into it again. It really depends. Like during the week, I just want the one session anyway. And anything more than 2 hours is really pushing me. Ideally, I'm going to go between 45 minutes to an hour and a half. I think over an hour and a half, unless we're like on a winning streak, we're doing extremely well. There's just no point. So on the weekends here, I should be able to call a flood a lot more. During the week, we get punished for flooding, so that's another thing too. So when there's less people on the site, which means there's any more regulars on the site, we shouldn't be flooding. We should be 3-betting or folding pretty much, and playing a bit of a tighter range, and just really utilizing position as well, because we do get punished as well when we open up our range, but especially out of position, it gets really tricky. But sometimes just practicing new things, it just takes time. We're going to have bad sessions doing new things, and then obviously you're going to have good sessions, and it just feels great. But when things don't go well, it's not necessarily that it's a bad idea to do. It's just that we just haven't mastered it, and sometimes you just gotta have a losing session regardless. All right, Queen Jack, really wonder red card. Won the 10 of hearts actually. All right, gotta let it go. We still had 2 overs though, but if he's got a 7, we're pretty much dead. So you can't always just put a 7 on his range. I don't think overcards are betting there as well. So I think you might have at least hit a pair. And that was another thing too, looking at bet sizing as well. So bet sizing definitely could keep going in a small bet, or even check raise and put some pressure. All right, so we've got a straight. The best thing about this is if they've got a straight and they call and we hit the nut flush, we can get stacks in. And they might get sticky with an ace here, I think, which is bluffing. The downside is someone's already got a spade. We could already be losing here with a 6. If I don't shove, I should have probably just shoved here. We're going to get forced to call 3-1. Someone's going to have a 6 here. That's the downside, but we're already priced in, so we're going to lose this hand. We've already got 6 big blinds. I'm going to call, but hopefully no. Yeah, 6s. Did tell you. Could have folded the river anyway. Hopefully we get a bad beat team though, at least. But he just gets a big hand. As played, I think we should have just shoved, at least on the turn. There's nothing worse than getting, unless of course, wait a second, let's go back. I had 12 cents, you can't call 12 cents. It's one of those things, we either triple up or we go broke. And sometimes they won't have the 6 there, everyone will have an ace, but probably 3 players, typically someone will actually have the 6. Because I had a feeling that we just needed to hit the spade. So the other guy was even more. The other guy was pretty much drawing dead, pretty much. He's just chopping at best, but we weren't chopping at best. We were actually going for the nut flush. All right. So yeah, continuing having no webcam, also just setting up, just having to play around with the bankroll as well. If you got any information of, if you see any leaks in my game, don't hesitate to say, I'm not going to attack you or anything like that. I'll try to be as humble as possible and just realize, I'm some sessions, like we're constantly always trying to improve. Some sessions aren't going to work out well. The last 2 sessions haven't been great, I have to admit. Like we hit a massive upturn. I'm going to call here, guys, for overcards. Yes, the last 2 sessions haven't been great, but we're still in a bad shape. Ace on the river, probably should have called. Betting small as well. So that's one area where I need to try and improve, just to try and stay in the hand longer. But at the same time, I need to juggle and make sure when they do bet a bit bigger, we need to get out of the hand because we're just leaking money otherwise. Because you'll see, not last session, the session before last was really where I just kept overcalling, I believe. We kept chasing too much, 2 pair down. Don't make it one of these sessions, please. I don't want. But yeah, you'll just see that 2 sessions ago, we just were chasing a little bit too much wide, and it's just costing us a lot. And we're just missing when we're in the hand, folding or just hitting. It's just unfortunate that way. It just typically happens. Today is a Saturday morning, 8:30 in the morning, so we should be no excuses about being tired. Apart from, even if we are tired, we're in the morning anyway, so we should still be playing pretty good. All right, so you got pocket queens. Gets to 45%. This guy raises us. I think against the 37%, I think we can just shove here. Could easily have ace king. You could still have aces and kings though. Notice we actually do 3-bet wide often, and he's played against us a lot, so he knows that we 3-bet wide. So now that he 4-bets wide, we can shove wide as well. He'll have ace king, maybe. There you go. He's going to hit sometimes. He's going to hit 1 out of 3 times on the flop. That's just the nature of it, unfortunately. All right, going to fold king jack. It's just way too sharp. If you want to flop, that is it. Yeah, there's not much you can do there. I mean, we got it in good pre-flop. All right, going to bet here, still drawing to a king. All right, going to continue betting. We'll fold to a shove. All right, beautiful. Good result. First decent hand. So we've lost 2 buy-ins though. Now I get a bet like we got the ace. Right, perfect. Hits our range to the aces, but 7 would have been a good card for us, especially just got like a hand like king queen. Two aces on the board. They're not going to have the ace as much as you think. We'll open up a7 in the cutoff, ace-10 in the cutoff as well. Perfect flop, but unfortunately we're in the hand. We'll sleep with 10-3. All right, going to defend with ace-10. Do have a lot of turn cards coming our way. No diamond for king 10. All right, so we've hit a 10 at least here. Ace-10's missed. If a 9 of diamonds comes out, or, another diamond, would have been really good. All right, going to call here. 10-3, still got top pair. Scared card the river. All right, he's not scared. Just saying he's got a flush or a straight there. That's fine. We possibly still could have had the best hand to the river. Like I'm saying, not because of the action, because if we didn't bet the river, we still could have had the best hand without the ace. Just in his range anyway. All right, got Jack 10. Got position. He's going to miss a lot. We've got flush draw, straight draw. That is not one. Unfortunately, so we had 9, we get a straight. Diamond got a straight. So there was a reason to stay in that hand. I just unfortunately missed it, but we didn't pay overs for it. All right, ace ball is going. All right. And sometimes what I've done in the past too is played a lot less. Played with the lower bankroll for 5-0, and then we got forced to get pushed down. So it's actually nice now that we can have a couple losing sessions and still in 5-0. So we need to make sure that, yeah, we don't overplay a losing session. All right, hit straight with 6-5. That's beautiful. All right, we'll bet this one. All right, so I got 2 pair. We're going to bet this one. This flush draw, straight draws. He's got an ace. Hopefully he's got an ace here. Let's get a bet it. All right, I'm going to call with 6-5. Not sure what he's got here. If he bets again, I think I'm just shoving with 6-5 here. All right, he folds. Yeah, I think we can just shove here. He loves his hand. If he's got a set of aces, he really loves his hand anyway. So I'm just going to shove here. He's going to call, surely, if he's doing pot size bet. Unless he thinks that we've got a set and he's folding. Just like to get it in now though, but probably could just call and he just shoves again. Okay, I'm amazed he called. King 8, wow. All right, just going to call King 10. Also, shouldn't really call there at King 10. Got to remember with the small blinds, there's the factor of the rate. So that's the reason why you should not be limping. And that's why you should be doing 3-betting. When you're playing a tournament style, you can definitely pretty much just flat call pretty much a lot of your range. Hopefully King 10 works. Call 8. Set of 2s. Oh no, he doesn't have a set of 2s. He's only got pocket 2s. Notice his bet sizing as well was small. All right, he gets a green. All right, pocket 10s. Yeah, so that's what hurts sometimes is the reg in certain spots, and especially small blind. All right, we're going to call because you're going to be out of position. It's the worst spot on the table. 10s, perfect. Get a set, but there is straight draws, flush draws, you name it, draws. We're going to raise it up. It's such a dynamic board. He's going to have a lot of heavy draws, a lot of combos. He's got King Jack is doing well. Ace King would have got there. He could have eased there, Ace King. Because he did 3-bet us pre-flop. All right, so after a shaky start, we have some got back. Three's gone. But some of the longer sessions, actually, even a losing session, I take it as a good chance to actually just test my mental status, like my abilities, just try and not tilt. Because in the past, you overplay it, you get tired and you just get frustrated and you just start throwing chips in. So I just see it as a good test to stay in there and try and turn things around and not try to just leak money and just do over betting. There's been a leak when it comes to From the small blinds, the 3-betting way too wide. But when I've been tilting, I've been really aggressive, like post-flop, just betting everything, which is good when you're hitting everything, but when you're missing everything, it just burns so much of your bankroll. And we've done that we've done that a couple of times. Flat here, we've got big blind, we've got position, 10-9. Okay, this hits our range better than his. So we'll just take this down. Two's going to fold. It's a big bet, 3-way pot. It was the 3-head pot. Goes all in. I'm just going to float this one. Hopefully someone carries on. I don't want them both to call, but I want at least one caller. Ace 9 going to fold. That's the new adjustment. And against bad players too, they'll typically just call everything anyway. That hurts, doesn't it? That's too bad. All right, let's see if Jack 8 can crack aces. Sometimes it can. We'll just cash out. We just know what's going to happen here, don't we? We just know. Oh, okay, it didn't happen. All right, going to 3-bet King Jack. You 3-bet wider, your 3-bets will get 4-bet more, so that will help your aces and kings. If you're only 3-betting aces and kings, you're just going to get folded to a lot. Using position here, he's going to have a lot of overcards, a lot of aces that might fold. Like an ace queen, ace 10, they both beat us here. So really just, that's us punishing him for playing out of position. And if he's calling on the flop, we're actually exploiting him because we chose a big size as well. All right, so we're not going to get exploited here. We're just going to check behind with Queen 10. This is a great flop for him. This never really helps us here. So we could probably find the fold pretty easy. Unless, of course, he's got 2 overcards as well. But he didn't 3-bet, so he wouldn't have too much of a hand far from ours, if that's the case. Maybe he's got pockets. I don't know if he's slow playing 7s at this stage. I think an 8 would already have bet. Definitely a king. Maybe he's got king queen. Maybe. It's hard to know what he's got. Maybe something really like pocket 3s, pocket 2s. Oh, he's got the same hand. I was just trying to pick the hands that he could have. He didn't 3-bet. All right, king 10. A little bit deeper, but cool. So great. Another great flop for us here. Get the free card. He's going to check. And it's not necessarily going to be a weak check. There's a difference between a strong check and a weak check. Sometimes people will have a really, really strong hand and they'll check it just to try and trap you. So he could have just blocked it and just trying to hope we do a bluff. Because think if he's got quad aces, what chances do we have there? And he's just going to hope that we pick something up along the way. That pocket set, 7-5 and 3-bets ours. He's saying he's got a strong combo draw or at least a 7. So we'll let go of that one. Maybe 2 overcards as well, but probably an overpair if not. So he's got overpairs, he's probably got a 7 and he's got a flush draw. Either way, I don't think we're doing really good in that spot. As you can see with this hand too. So the reason we win this hand, the board paired up twice and it kind of fed the 8s because the 9 plays. Well, actually our king played. So our king was the kicker. There were 2 pairs in the board. He was playing the board. He had the 9. So we beat the 9 on the board. That's why we won the hand. And it was probably a little bit too thin to value bet there. But supposedly that's what separates the really, really big winners and the average winners. They really They really learn to bet in minor spots, like in really thin value spots. You'll see it often where the board pairs up with aces and, you'll see someone value betting the kings on the river. And, we had the other night where we had queens and we called their value bet. But we do that in the same spot as well. 9-8, we'll play position on him. They're a little bit deeper stacked as well. But we can let go. But he hits his range because he had the aggression. He was uncapped. We were capped because we just called behind. We didn't 3-bet. So just need to keep practicing. And just remember, is your opponent capped or uncapped? So he's uncapped at the moment. Speedy's uncapped. We will call here as well because we're deep. So he's uncapped. No diamonds on the board. It's going to drop it. Leaves us all other help there. All right. Queen hits our range, not our opponent's. He's capped. We're uncapped at the moment. So we took it down. All right. So ace 10. We'll open up with ace 10. Got position now, which is nice. Short stacked. We got a marginal hand here, so we can let this go. He's pretty short as well. So even if we hit 2-pair, if we hit the ace, we could be dominated there a lot. And we're going to get charged to continue. And the pot's already big. And the SPR, so the SPR is the stacks the pot ratio. Same thing again. We can call. I'm going to call. Not going to 3-bet. I'm going to keep pots low. Don't have an ace of diamonds, but chasing draws with a low stack, it's not great. He's betting low though, so it gives us a chance to get a jack. Not the hand we want. We'll see another diamond, unfortunately. The ace high could be good enough here. Quite not. Okay. Both drawing to a straight. All right, get a 3-bet with nines. And we'll see bet with nines. This is a dead board. It's going to sometimes have a queen though. Going to fold out a lot. We got pocket eights. Remember, these meddlesome pocket pairs really need help. We do. It's actually a good turn barrel card to a good barrel card. Barrel cards where you get extra equity. Now we got a 7, not just the 9s. Okay, I got a bet here with the set of 8s. Can't afford to get a club coming out. There's still a fair bit. This is a bad call. We'll get a bit behind a lot, but we still have a lot of equity. Probably check fold the river. And now we just let it rip. He's probably got a queen. Or a set of 6s. So it's unfortunate for him. He didn't do too wrong. It's just a call for him. So just unfortunate for him. He had us hook, line, and sinker in a way, but in a way too, we knew what we were doing. We were going to be behind there a lot of the time with the queen. He could have over pairs, but he didn't really 3-bet, I don't think. We're the ones that 3-betted. And that's the problem when you call a 3-bet with when you stack in these BU pairs, you're going to get set over set. It's just the unfortunate thing. All right, so there is flushes out here. If he checks here, we have to bet here with a set. We'll want the board to pair up. We got quads. We're not going anywhere now. So things have turned out. And he just shoves. The poker's made easy. And it's like this. All right, ace 10. Just going to call behind. All right, nice. We get added onto our stack as well, and we get a double up as well. Beautiful. We are looking great for the flip and go today. Pretty excited. All right, ace 10. We're going to have a gut shot. We're going to bet this one, actually. Don't have to always make our hand. Unfortunate. Do we barrel again? I don't think so. I think he's got a decent hand. Ace queen. So probably checking there is probably best there on the turn. I think we value bet ourselves in. That's the only problem. All right, got a 3-bet here with ace queen suited in the small blind. Probably could argue to just call and keep the bad player in as well. All right, gonna value bet the queen. He's not always gonna have a jack or a 7, but he's gonna let you know. All right, we'll see bet this one. Hit the queen with backdoor flush. Choose a little bit of a smaller size. Got pocket threes. Really just need to go an aggressive one, man. I'm going to be burning a lot of money. If we slow down, just they bet us anyway, put us in a bad spot. If I've already got a hand that doesn't need defending, then checking is okay. If you want to play more of a trappish line, you got to make sure they come out draw in. All right, pockets all around. Gonna call. Against old crow. Again. He bets again. I think it's an easy fold. He's not scared of the king. Not scared of the king at all. All right, we'll bet sixes. The king hits our range. He didn't 3-bet. He's going to have a real margin. He's going to have a marginal hand out of position. So he's going to find a lot of folds. All right, jacks coming in. A little bit deeper stacked here. A couple of players here, which is nice. Gives us a good chance to actually lose a lot, but actually win a lot as well. So hopefully we win more. And we can get like a... hold on a sec. Well, hopefully we can get like a $10, $20 pot going. That would be really good, especially for the bankroll anyway. Especially if we win it, not lose it, obviously. I hit the 10, but still can't be excited about this. We got a lot of trouble. The only way we could win it really is 10, 10, 10. They could already have a straight. All right, we're going to raise nines and on the uppish side as well. Also, we're isolating against Puppy as well. All right, we'll call with king 10. We're a great board for king 10. We'll just let that go. There's no spade as well. We didn't really have any cards. Wow, okay. But we didn't really have any cards before that to gain extra equity. I mean, the only thing we're hoping for is if he hit kings, which happened. But if he had a king as well, we'll probably get kicked anyway. So it's typically going to be a hand where we win small and lose big. Because if they don't have a king, they're just going to be folding anyway. All right. 10's going to be betting here. I'm going to flat ace 2 suited. I think it's fine, but we could also 3-bet here. No deal. All right. We're in 3-way. All right. So we've hit 2. Got a 3-bet ace jack from the dealer. Well, from the big blind, sorry. All right. Got a flat here, 6s. Hopefully rake for high calls. All right. So can fold ace 2. All right. Continue the aggression. Get a call with 10s. No 6, unfortunately. We're a very deep stacked here. Going to use position with 10s and try and take it down. Because we're going to have a lot of troubles trying to hold on. If everyone checks here, we could bet this one. We will put aggression on for the 6s and try and take it down. Hopefully rake for higher folds here. We are very deep. So it could be a good reason for him to fold as well. We're not afraid to put ourselves out there and win a hand. Very surprised the shepherd claws. All right, queen four's going. Queen jack, gonna fold. All right, gone. Yeah, the other thing is, if he knows that we do that a bit, he's going to play back and raise, and then we can play back and shove. And then it gets really messy. Like, you ever seen the poker pros play, right? And they pretty much two people have got nothing, and you can see them raising each other. I think it was a Phil Ivey hands. It's just funny. It was just funny when they start doing that. And you just realize, like, if you have no idea on poker and stuff, you're like, what the hell's going on? But that's like a scenario. That's the start of scenario. If you've got experience with someone, or you know that they make some wild plays and you don't believe them, and then that player knows that you make wild plays and they get to play plays that you don't believe them, then it just gets out of hand real fast. And it's pretty funny. I've been on the table before when I was playing live, and I remember a few of the experienced players were like saying this table's mega toxic. And it was just like random cards going out everywhere. Everyone was betting like nothing. And if you're out of position, it was just a nightmare. All right, king 10. We got position here as well. Gonna check this one out. All right, now we've got an open end of flush draw. We could probably bet this one. We're going to be making a flush or a straight. We could raise it. I think floating's fine. Unfortunately, missed though. All right, let's let it go. All right, we're going to leave these tables, I think. So if we hit the 10, going to bet this one actually. And if he calls, hopefully get a 10 on the roof. But wasn't the case. All right, we got a gut shot. And we'll bet the gut shot. Get on the river anyway, but everyone folded. Ace-4's gone. This is a case of we can call, because you've got a lot of turning cards coming through. That's one, but it's not great. If we get the ace on the river, it should be good. Yeah, unfortunate. All right, it's going to fold that one. Let's leave this table as well. And we'll just get the another sit and go, at least the rush, not sit and go. I don't think I changed the auto timer bank. It's going to fold ace 10. It's a spot where ace jack 3 bets, but ace 10 doesn't. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the content as well. Tables is taking a while to come back up. All right, there we go. All right, a little bit deeper here. I think we can call. We do have position. All right, I'm going to bet this. Hopefully, we take it down. This range hits us a lot. And if he's got 2 overcards, he's going to be in an awful spot. He's going to fold a ton. It's not going to be easy to play a middle-some pocket pair even in that spot. It should be long enough for that table to come back. I think we're seeing at about 240 at the moment, which is a good start to the session as well. And also just, we're going to have those, the flip and go a flipping go daily with all the chip stacks. Yeah, last time we had, I think, 10 big blinds, which I thought was huge. This time I might try and get about 20 big blinds, which the prize pool goes up a lot. But I'm happy to win $15 seed, like $15 C dollars. Also, I was thinking about playing a few dollar tournaments as well. Today would have been a great day for it. But I thought, since the challenge has been going pretty well for us, I'm going to call in position. Now we've got 2 pair. I think we should be good here. He's got ace queen. I think he's just calling. We're actually going to raise it, expecting to call with ace queen, hopefully. All right, king queen. Yeah, beautiful. That's the thin value bet. And it just makes it a lot easier if, on your win rate as well, if you can just find those little spots. And don't be afraid to be wrong in poker. You cannot be right 100% of the time. And obviously, sometimes you get to run into a set of queens. Sometimes they get have aces. It's just you've just got to weigh up how many times. What's the chances of them beating your hand? If the board paired up, I'll be trouble. And that's the problem. You get counterfeited with those type of hands. And the board was quite low, so it actually helped my terrible 2-pair hand. So I really need to pay attention to board texture. You got pocket queens here. I'm going to open this up. What's the other problem too is when we do close down the tables that we're winning, we could be running into tables that we're losing. But we are protecting some of the winnings. All right, so he's 3-bet. We're going to have a look. 11%. We could probably 4-bet this one. He 3-bets. Don't have enough history on him. Going to fold this one out. And then queens hold up. Remember what happened last time. All right, I'm going to fly it. This is a bad play in the big blind. Hopefully he calls. I was thinking about folding as well, but these guys are pretty bad players, so just based on their stats and stacks. So now I've got open-ender. Not going anywhere. Got I'd love an ace of diamonds here. Didn't come out though. All right, got to bluff the river here. We missed everything. Ace jack's gone. Jack 3's gone. He calls. Okay, that's fair enough. Probably shouldn't have bet there anyway. We tried bluffing out of position. Probably bluffing out of position is worse than bluffing in position. So he's laughing, but he was actually extremely lucky with the draws we had, but whatever. But that's good. You want him to feel comfortable. Fold Jack 7, even though I do like Jack 7. I don't know why. I just like when you hit the straight, or not the straight, but you get a lot of good straight and flush combos with them. It feels really good. It's not a really great hand. You probably should fold it most cases. But we all have our keys that we just remember. Now I've got a soft spot for Jack 9. Jack 9 offsuit. When I was at the casino and I tripled up on a 1-3 table. That was nice. I remember the very first hand at the casino on one session. I sat down, I had a set of aces, and the guy on my right, I was in position of this guy had a set of kings as well. Yeah, it's just poker made easy. The hard work's already done, it's just making your hand. You just know stacks are getting in that spot. All right, ace jack folding. All right, did I open up queen jack? We're going to call 9s. Yeah, we definitely going to call 9s here. We could 3-bet this as well, but we're going to call cheap, low stack as well. So we're flushing, or blushing. I think we're calling. So a lot of hearts come out could be good for us. Beautiful. Didn't need to bluff the river. We already had a strong enough hand for the showdown. And that's another thing too, is you just need to make sure. Yeah, you need to bluff a hand if you've got a strong enough hand that can hold down a lot of weak holdings. Like you're up against a lot of weak holdings, that will beat them. He's 2-7-4 suited. All right, it's quite big. Got to fold this one. Good board for ace king, isn't it? Although it's still scary because it'd be a flush out there. I'm going to call this one. There could be like a 4 of spades comes out on the turn. It could be very interesting. We've got no open-ender. That's a decent card. We're going to bet this one. Put our opponent in just a bit of pressure there. So we'll take it down. So he's capable of folding, which is important to know. All right, 7-6. And how much we got behind? 217. All right, let's go call. Okay, we're going to bet this one. We've got 6. A lot of good turn cards again. That is 1. Now we're going to open ender. Continue betting. And Susan's going to get his stack. Perfect. Bets into us. He's got 7 as well. But we were in front the whole time. We don't really stack. We were all crushing him the whole time. He was just lucky he had the straight in the end. All right, 7-2's folding, although probably call there. All right, king, queen. I'm not going to 3-bet there and isolate against his tight range. See if he slows down. Thinking about value betting there, but don't think he was calling anyway. And I thought if I value bet there, I'm going to get called by a weak ace, but that is a chance. All right, 8 have missed. And he's bet quite big. It's going to get expensive, so need to make sure we remain consistent with calling. Everyone's in the hand with 10-8. All right, so if it 1, we've hit 10 at least. Someone got a bet? I'm not sure. If an 8 comes out, Jack 9 now plays. So we want to hit another 10. We could be easily out-kicked though. Be nice if we hit 10 and they've got queen 10. Oh, wait, no, that's wrong. If they've got queen 10, they've got a book, so scratch that idea. But we're still got a call. Still got flush draw, backdoor flush. All right, we'll call in 9s. We're going to call one more. All right, I'm going to bet small here. I'm just going to call the queen. Perfect. We bet a little bit smaller to try and get just to entice, but I'm not sure if we could bet 60% there. If we could bet bigger there to get a call. Jack 9 was one of my favorite ends. Everyone checks to us. We'll get the free card. I don't feel like betting that one full weight pot. It just means a multi-weight pot on average you need a stronger hand. So we just have a pair and it's not even the top pair. So there's a big chance that we're still going to lose this unless someone's got like a king, jack, king 10 straight draws that they've missed, flush draws they've missed as well. So this guy is probably going to have some type of ace or... All right, I'm going to bet here. We've got a pair, but we got a flush draw as well. All right, we get the free card. A little bit small. We move a bit. Equals with the ace, perfect. Maybe with the ace, we probably should have bet a bit bigger. We defend 4-2. Probably a little bit low to defend. Probably should have folded this one. So I think that was a bad call. Suited connectors, like very low suited connectors, is not great. Should be doing that in position, not out. And I've got position. It's a 5-way. The other guy's sitting out. Get a 3-bet tens. Nice flop for Jack 9 suited. Goes all in. It's going to fold this one, but you could easily have ace king. Sometimes they're this shove there with ace king. And if you've got aces or kings there, do you really want to shove all in? Probably not. You don't want people folding. So that's fine. If he wants to do that, then we'll just wait to have a bit of a better hand. This guy 3-bet often. Does a little bit. I'm going to let go. Okay. Maybe we call those hands. Maybe we call the paired hands and we call the ace suited hands. Check by King Jack. It's multi-way pot again. I think we can check here. We're going to be good sometimes though. I'm going to defend this one. We get a 4-bet jacks here. All right, got King Jack. Hopefully the other two fold. We do have position, which is nice. Jack should win this unless he's broken up with aces or kings. We do have a king here. We've got trips. You can value bet this one maybe. All right, we'll call it jacks. We're drawing to a club, hopefully. Bet's big here, and this is a straight draw. I'll go fold. Yeah, the straight. It's going to let go of the jacks. I think he's going to have a queen there a lot of the time. We're just calling there because of the flush. But we missed, unfortunately. All right, so we got Queen Jack. We've got a 10 of hearts comes out. We've got a gut shot. Straight draw. All right, hit a pair. All right, it's going to call him. I don't know what he's doing. Perfect. It just felt very... I'm going to fold. Going to have a 10 there. It just felt very spewy. Like he's frustrated. We got raise with threes, or at least, yeah. I'll bet this one. Hopefully he just calls. Hopefully he go for stacks and he quits and we go to a new table. That's the goal. That's quite a big goal, isn't it? All right. Really nice to win that with a hand, though. Where you're disputing. All right. We're going to change tables. I think there must be a way to leave that and then go to the next table without having to do all this. There must be a shortcut. All right, 9-7, get a bet. All right, so fit a 7. So let's have a look at the boards. So sitting at 37. I'm going to bet this one, put some pressure on the small blinds. He is out of position, but we do have a hand that needs defending, but we have a hand that would hit quite well. And if he's got a hand like ace king of clubs, He's going to put pressure on his overcards that are drawing to a flush. And if no, I'm just going to check here. I think you could miss here a lot too. Oh, he's got a 10. Sort of value bet ourselves there a little bit. All right, so we've got 9-8. Six two is gone. 8-3 is gone. King Queen will open up. All right, so a little bit deeper. All right, everyone's in there. We'll play. Not a great pot for, not a great board for us being in a position. Simple fold. Even I think the Queen might not be good there. You never know. He could have. You could actually have a set there, or at least a monster draw. All right, we'll donk this one. Represent 7. This is a pure bluff at this stage. Just repping a 7. I like fun 7 hands too. All right, 6s. Rory Boss has given us the blinds. Thank you very much, sir. 8-5 is going to go. All right, going to 3-bet against the fish. Last time I said, every time I call someone a fish, I seem to get smashed in the pot. So got to be very careful. Always be respectful. All right, hit the second pair. Let's bet it. I could get the flush. Happy to win that one. All right, so we've got the ace. We've got the 9. So we've got straight draws coming our way. If you like, let's bet it anyway. Be easier if everyone folds. But it could actually question to just check behind. Check behind and value bet the river. But I'm happy to... all right, let's fold this one. If we get a 9, we could be drawing dead anyway. A couple of little measly pots. All right, so we got an open ender. A flush draw's already out there with the board. We're going to bet this. Oh, actually, no. Someone could easily have a queen. I was going to bet it, I misclicked it. But no one's calling anyway. Everyone's got. This makes things a little bit silly. Ace 4 would have been a gut shot. 3 bets us. We're going to 4-bet this one, and he's probably going to call. Okay, it didn't. I thought maybe he had ace king or a strong ace. Maybe in the spot we could sort of trap, but we've been, in the past, we've had problems trapping players. Big festival. It's actually quite funny. Yeah, we've had problems trying to trap players where we trap with overpairs and they hit their sets or, hit their flushes and stuff, and we get in a whole sort of trouble. And we end up getting sticky and pulling all ins. And it's just not a great feel. Do we check this one? Yeah. Actually, no, I'm going to bet it. Because of the range factor, we had 3-bet. So he might connect with this board, so it might be less folding. you get less folds. That's the only whole point of whether we see bet or not. I think if the board's more connected and dynamic, it's going to be a lot harder to get c-bets to get to work for them in the fold. So we just need to work on that, just make sure that we continue to not just c-bet all the time, 100%, because 100% is just wrong. And you've seen sessions where I've just c-betted way too much, even with ace king or even pocket kings, pocket aces. You just c-bet a lot, just way too much on very, very, very dangerous boards. And it's just, you're just spewing. Alan wants this pot. It's a multi-way pot. Let's bet it and try to take it down. Hopefully carbon folds. No. Okay, carbon's just fooling us around. We got there in the river. All right, so we got a gut shot with ace 8, and we got top pair. I'm going to value bet this one. It's pretty thin. Might call it queen. Might call with pocket tens, jacks. Might have a 9. Oh, he had an ace. All right, perfect. Pretty thin. All right, another spot 2 didn't 3-bet for dry board. Oh, there is flush draws, but he's going to miss out a lot. So hopefully he just folds, just pick up some easy pots, no pressure, accumulate over time. Sometimes you can have losing sessions and just these stealing spots can just really make up. We'll defend. And defend jack 5, even though we can make really good straights here. All right, get a lead out. Short stack though. You get to just shove over the top. Look at a call. If he hits, he hits. Going for 3. There was no wasting around. There was just, if he missed on the turn, we could cash out. If you could tell, we're in front. He statistically was in front, but if he missed, we're good. Don't think we can value bet the ace here. Yeah, didn't think we could. Yeah, if we think we could value bet that, it means that we think king high's got a call. And don't forget, pocket pairs do beat you there as well with the ace high. So that's why I was thinking the way he played it, I think he had queen. So I was just hoping we bluff at the end, maybe. All right, 8-7. If we could open this one. Been a lot of free betting going on in the blinds. Not that one though. All right, we got queenies. Opposition, which is nice. Pretty big bet, so I can fold ace 10. And if we're drawing, we're going to be paying overs for the flop. And if we miss the flop, then you got to pay to get to the turn. It's going to be huge again. But all of a sudden you're playing for stacks and you've lost half your stack chasing. It's just what I was doing the other night, and we're just losing a ton. Not so bad if you're going for, you got pocket sixes or better and you hit a set 9. You just stay the set 9 and you hit. Then you know what you're doing exactly. But ace 10 suited, you just hit the 10. Sometimes you think, oh, do I hit? Did they miss? You just don't know. And then you just end up in this mediocre, out of position hand. and you just end up in just frustrated. So I've got a 2, backdoor flush. Do have a straight draw now, so I picked up a little bit of equity. We could probably raise this if we could be cheeky enough. So I've got a 2. So I can't value bet ace there. I got the 2. Has he got like a hand like ace jack or king jack? I don't understand why he's betting big. I'm going to call. There you go. Makes no sense. Do you have a raise? No, I'm going to fold king queen. Very tight, but I'm going to stick to my guns. Good fold, king queen. He's bet sizing on the river. So there's theory on those sizings as well. So what people will typically do is trying to work out if you're in a caps range. Once you're capped, they will go after you. So that means they'll start over betting, and they'll, make you fold on the river. And that overbet was just to get me to fold. I mean, if you're not thinking about it, you're just folding that spot. All right, king 4's missed, unfortunately. All right, gonna leave this table. Must be less players. 384, maybe some players. That's a shame we didn't hit there on the river. All right, king jack get a squeeze from the button. It's always better than squeeze in position. Usually not always the case. It's not always easy to do it in a 6 table. Usually you do it on the big blinds from. All right, we'll raise this one up. Raise it big as well. Be out of position. That is a squeeze from out of position, so you can bet bigger as well. Don't always have to bet bigger in the position because you want people to play with you when you're in position. I'll take that down. Another hand for ace king. All right, now we got 10s. It's going to be a good 3 betting hand, hopefully. I'll play ace 9. Ace jack. Also, looking at our hand, we've got 35% of hands here. So we look actually like quite fishy. So I need to press about 10 seconds to give us an extra 10 seconds to have a shot clock. Need to get in the habit of hitting it because it's not auto timing for us. But I don't know why, but I think sometimes when you update, you have those problems. I probably should have 3-bet there with 8s. Being the small blind. So we did break the rule a little bit. Could have flat earther. Do we just call a small bet here? No. He could have smaller pockets than us, though. He could have 7s, 5s, and it's a stretch, though. I think he's just not sure where his better hands is. He's playing it like he doesn't have an ace or a king, but is it like a third pair hand or something? Maybe that's a hand that we could actually start attacking, but all right, we do have an open. We have a flush draw with the second pair. So we've got showdown value. We don't necessarily need to defend this hand. We'll bet this one. Hopefully he calls and we win. Maybe bets a bit smaller. You bet smaller and you entice a bluff as well. All right, we'll like 3-bet king 8. I'll bet this one. Flush draw. 50%. Okay, folds. Happy to see everyone miss, or happy to see us miss. Good to see everyone not scared of us. All right, calling nines. All right, hit a set. We'll donk in. Probably shouldn't have donked. Probably should just check to the razor. Ten three. Rick's actually giving it a line here. So definitely keep an eye on that. All right, got eights, got ace king. Keep an eye on quick and see what happens here. All right, he's winning a lot here, but got a feeling he's overplaying. So it means we can get in there a little bit wider. Sometimes we got to try and attack, and he could actually have a hand just at the wrong time, and we fall into his trap. So we're definitely keeping an eye. Defend 10-7. Very deep here. Doesn't help. I'm going to throw in a bet. I don't think anyone's got anything here. Far out. This hand. Ace king. 7-5. I was right. They didn't have anything, but he picked up extra equity. Yeah, he picked up extra equity. So it was a good spot. Maybe we didn't bet big enough. Anything but a heart and mace or a king, we could probably have, just fired away and bluffed the river. Yeah, so I think today's session will go to about 10. We can think about stopping now even. We haven't really done much the last 15 minutes, it feels like. All right, here it's gone. But this table's quite alive, and Arthur. So Arthur? Yeah, Arthur is ready to go. Same as Quick as well. I think we're ready to take them out. Hope we can get a hand against them. Probably threes. Just going to fold. Although it's probably small enough to bet to call there, but not sure what he's actually got, but he's probably got a bit of equity. Or at least a 9. All right, I'm going to bet this one. They're defending this hand. I could get a fold. It's just going to marginal hand. Small pot, though. All right, queen 10. Oh, this is flat. Should be raising that, though. Good to see Dutch poker folding. Beautiful, winning small pots. Was a monster draw, though. Yeah, just winning little by little. We're not winning big pots, just winning the small baby pots at this stage. It's quicker to play against us. Maybe he's tightening up. All right, getting over open ender. All right, scared card. Little by little, we'll take him down. We have a bluff catcher. That's it, though. 3 bets often, so we'll get a 4 bet here. Nice deal. If he's got overcards as well, he's got an ace that beats us. He's going to fold a lot out. Nice little pickup there. King 10 suited. Playing at Troncho. Got top pair. That's better. We need to defend this hand. He could have an 8. So good to see some light 4 betting working for us anyway. When it doesn't work, it does get expensive. So we've got to be wise when we do it. And just remember, when it doesn't work, they're going to be doing the same plays when we do have a strong pocket pair as well. They're going to fall into our trap. Can't call. Much as I want to call them all in there. 3 sixes. We good old short stack. Got a love-hate with the short stackers. Good flop for 3s, I think. He got 2 overcards. But we're playing fit and fold poker. It's going to get expensive otherwise. Good turn card for him, probably. All right, we'll 3-bet queen jack. We'll just let go 7. Multi-way pot. Could easily have a jack there. Even pocket 10s beats us there as well. Pocket 9s maybe. I'm just thinking multi-way pot. That's small. Open ender. A lot of good turn cards coming our way. Get the straight. Are we scared of the flush? We think the flush might call here if he's got the if he's chasing. All right, let's get a call behind. Perfect. All right, scare card get a better. Unfortunately, didn't work this time. And rightfully so. The river bet might have, but yes. Multi-way pot 2. We sort of broke the rule there. Got what we deserved. King Jack will open up. 4s are opening up. Got position against crazy. 4s need defending, drawing to a straight, but not necessarily a good straight. We could be reverse implied odds there. But against overcards, we don't have to worry, but some cases, yeah, we would. 3 bets us. 3 bets quite a lot. We're going to call. Going to play more of a check call range. All right, I'm going to bet this one should take it down. And ace on the river hurts. Need defending the king queen. We've had enough. Yeah, king queen's just going to fault that one. I think he's got an ace on the river. All right, pocket aces. He's got trips. Okay, we didn't try to bluff that one. All right, check raising 9-4. So what about funky type hands? It's time to make a play. It missed anyway. It got 2 pair, which was pretty funny. All right, now we're going to four bet like we're like four betting. People will shove if they think we're getting carried away here, but yeah, our attention, say all 49%. So they know we get carried away. So we just flop the call here. Perfect. No, we don't care if he hits a queen. We just know we got it in good. We're not going to waste our money. If he hits, he hits. We don't care. We just don't want to waste our money for. We're happy just to take that down. So out of all the tables, at least that one's just made up for it. And that's a case of we've all been there, right? Where our opponent, your opponent shoves there with ace king or queens, and your opponent calls with the dreaded kings or aces. We'll defend 7-4. We'll leave this table now. Question is, I'm going to bet this one. We do have a flush draw. Also, if we miss, there's no way of winning the hand, so we'll play it aggressive this line. If we get raised off the hand, so be it. Unfortunate, didn't hit the flush. Be curious to see if the flush was good enough. Someone could have trips here. Cool. We probably never folding the ace queen there, so we did pretty good. If we hit the flush there, we'll definitely going to get some value. We could probably bet on the river. Pressed the wrong button there. Yeah, I've been opening up a little bit too wide with the king suited tens as well from early position. Like it's all good and well and fun, but if it's true more win rate, I need to be a little bit careful as well. I will defend. Got an open ender. We'll bet it. We've got top pair as well. Just don't want to flush. Yeah, Queen Jack would have had a monster hand there, but don't know if Queen Jack was in there. But this one, they could be behind a lot. Hopefully get a fold. Jack 5's folding. Ace 9 offsuit's probably, he's going to fold here as well. Although if he gets folded too, we could try and open up against the big blind. Yeah, easy fold. We'll defend king queen. Yeah, we just go with 5-4. 8-4. Jazir is going quite wide. I'm going to bet this one. He's not showing any strength, so with his behind, he didn't hit anything on the flop. The 7 pairing kind of helps that idea we can fire away. It's going to fold in the small blind, bad position. So that was the whole idea of this session, was really target what we're doing in the small blind and try to identify. That's what you need to do as a poker player if you want to be consistent, is just work on what you're doing wrong, your biggest leaks in the game. And at the moment, one of them was small blinds. We're just getting carried away. Now you've got a pair. Take it. Thank you. Yeah, it would have been a split pot if he stayed in the hand, most likely. Unless he had an 8. No, we know this guy's crazy, so they're going to call. See what he does. We know he could have any 2. No, I'm going to fold out this one. In position with 6s. Oh, Jack 8 was the top of hand. We probably should have stayed in the hand. I know the run out was bad. Putting pressure on these overcards. Okay, he might have a pocket pair. Oh man, we were good too to bet there on the. We actually bet there for value on the turn. Just unlucky. All right, I think we're gonna call it a session. We'll make this ace king's hands the last one. It's gonna say the worst one, but hopefully just take it down. All right. Ooh, would have been good to keep barreling if he called. All right, I think we'll keep it short and sweet. And I only see you get 233, so I think we went down a little bit. A bit earlier on, I think we were about 240, but I think we did lose 2 buy-ins as well. And the rewards is 38. Yeah, it's not really great. At the same time, I'm getting some pressure from the outside that I needed to go do something. So anyway, we'll keep it short and we'll have another session a bit after, hopefully. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I thought it was going to be a better session than this, but we did lose a little bit as well. So anyway, we still went up a little bit, $3. So it's better than nothing. All right. Thanks, guys.